Hello and welcome again to the welding workshop. Today we are going to perform a 1G or groove weld in downhand position. First of all, in order to perform our groove weld, we have to know where it's used. The groove weld is one of the weld used commonly in industries where the broken machine or the broken parts are required to repair. So if there are some parts which require to repair, like a shaft or the round shapes which are full, we have to make a groove so that we weld it in order to get a desired shape, a desired pieces which is a good weld and which is strong enough to hold our machine. So let us start by looking how we can make a groove weld. Before making a groove weld, we have to prepare the edges, our edges, so that we get a groove. We're preparing those pieces by using the file and this vise. This vise helps us to holding the workpiece, our workpiece. After holding it, we have to clean and in order to prepare it so that we get a desired shape which is good for making our groove weld. This is our first piece, which is ready to make a groove weld like a V shape. A V shape. This is one side of our V shape. Then we are going to try to clean another side so that we get our V shape, which helps us to make a good bevel. Now the second piece is ready. We can start by performing. But before, we have to check if your pieces are good, are well prepared, and give you a V shape, which help you to fill that gap and get a good penetration. Yeah, now you see we get a V shape here. We get like a V shape, which means it gives us a groove weld. After getting our pieces, which is ready to make a groove weld in downhand position, we have to put it on the welding table, our welding table. Then after putting on the welding table, we have to put the gap, the small gap, like a thickness of our electrode here. Can put the thickness like around the thickness of this electrode you are going to use both sides. Yeah, now it's okay. After putting the gap, the good gap, we have to switch on your machine. Then we make a tack weld which helps us to hold our pieces so that during the welding they will not cracking. Let us switch on our machine. Then we are going to set our working current. I set around 95 amperage. So now we start by tacking. We have to put the ground, our F cable, and we check if the current is correct. Yeah. Now, safety first, we have to use the hand shield which have the grass, the filter grass, this filter grass which helps us to protect our eyes from the rays. As you know, as you see in the previous lesson, the rays we have on the welding is very dangerous for human being. So let us start by putting on the tacks. We have to make a tack on one side and another tack to another side. After making the tack weld, you have to clean where you are going to weld. The groove weld has many parts. There is what we call root face, which is on the bottom. This gap is a root face where you put one pass called the root pass. When you are going to put a root pass, in order to fill the gap, we have to use the small electrode so that we can get a good penetration. Let us making what we call a root pass. You have to control your electrode angle. Your electrode angle must be on 75 degrees Celsius. After controlling your angle, electrode angle, you have to control your traveling speed. Then protect the others to the rays and yourself. So you can start. In order to not damage our electrode holder, we can put another electrode. After putting the electrode, you have to remove the chip, some slag, where you finish at the end of your first electrode. Then you continue. You have to use tongue in order to hold your workpiece so that it's too hot, because it's too hot. So let us remove the slugs on the first, on the root pass. We have seen that the role of slugs is to protect our molten metal to the atmospheric contamination. This is what we call a root pass. This is a root pass which helps us to get a good penetration. When you are going to make the final one, we have to use the electrode which is bigger than the welding rod or the electrode we used on the root pass. Now let us make what we call a root face. Let us start. Now you have to control your traveling speed by making a weaving motion, the side to side. Before continue your bead, you have to remove some slag at the end of the first. Then we continue by putting another one. After getting it, have to remove the slugs, of course. You remember that before we have two pieces, but now we have one piece, which is where we get after making a groove weld. Now this is our final product. We called a groove weld in down hand position. Thank you for watching. See you next time at the fillet joint with T-joint.